Let me say something out loud that a lot of people only think quietly. Most people don't hate working. They hate being trapped. They hate waking up to an alarm clock that they didn't choose. They hate driving to a job they don't love to earn a paycheck that disappears faster than it hits their account. Now, look, if you're a Gen Xer like myself, you were sold a deal that no longer exists. We were taught to work hard, to be loyal, to stay dedicated, retire comfortably. Now, that was the promise. But somewhere along the way, the rules changed and nobody bothered to tell us. Now, the cost of living keeps climbing. Retirement feels more like a question mark than a plan. And freedom is something we talk about instead of live. So if you've ever caught yourself thinking, there has to be a better way, you're not broken. You're finally paying attention. Now, here's the truth that most people miss. Escaping the 9 to 5 isn't about quitting tomorrow. It's about building something alongside your life. Something that eventually gives you options. Because freedom doesn't come from luck. It comes from a blueprint. And every real blueprint has a few core pieces. First, you stop trading only time for money. The 9 to 5 keeps you capped because once your hours are gone, so is your income. The shift happens when you build something that can work without you being present every second. Second, you follow something proven, not guessing, not winging it, no duct taping ideas together at midnight. You follow a step-by-step system that's already working because reinventing the wheel is expensive and it's exhausting. Third, you simplify. This isn't about hustling harder. It's about focused, intentional work, the kind that actually moves the needle. A couple of disciplined hours a day beats endless busy work every time. Fourth, you build leverage, digital leverage, systems that run in the background, automation that keeps working even when you're living your life, spending time with family while you're traveling or just finally breathing. And here's the part that nobody tells you early enough. Confidence doesn't come before you start. It comes because you started. Clarity follows action. Belief grows with momentum. Most people stay stuck not because they can't do it, but because they're waiting to feel ready. And ready is a lie. The people who escape the 9 to 5 aren't smarter. They just decided to stop standing still. They chose a blueprint, they committed to it, and they gave themselves permission to build a different future. One where income isn't tied to permission. One where time belongs to them again. One where work supports life, not the other way around. So if this message is hitting you a little close to home, good. That's not pressure, that's awareness. And awareness is always the first step towards freedom. If you're ready to see what a real blueprint looks like, one designed for people who want out of the grind without burning their life down, then take the next step, click the link in my bio. Learn how this actually works and decide if this could be your way out.